guys, it's Emma and I'm back today for you with another video, and today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about all the anime that I've quit. Okay, I have quit just a tiny little number of anime for a certain amount of reasons, be they major, be they minor. Some anime I look at with simply slight disappointment, some I look at with mild disdain, and then some I look at with adequate disgust. These are in no particular order. Some of them are gonna be like for short reasons, some of them are probably gonna be tangents. And then by quit, I mean like definitively stopped in the middle of a season. I just want to put it out here. These are completely all my opinions. My opinions are subjective. Anime viewing is subjective. If you like any of these shows, that's great. All right, I simply did not have a good time watching them. And hopefully we can have some camaraderie if you are like me. Okay, so before we actually start, I would really appreciate it if you guys look down in the description box for all the links there that I have for you guys pertaining to stuff going on in the world right now. And those links will be there for you guys to interact with and to share. And then down in the comment section, let me know whether, you know, you have quit any of these anime, whether you like any of these anime, whether you agree of my dislike for any of these shows, the works, right? So with that being said, let's just get right on into it. Okay, so the first anime that I have quit is Blue Exorcist. I have tried to watch this anime 3 separate times, and every single time I have not gotten past to where he gets to the school. I don't know what it is. It just simply doesn't work. The first couple episodes of Blue Exorcist were awesome, and I loved them. Unfortunately, that enjoyment did not carry over to the parts where he's at the school. I don't know. I guess I was hoping for something a little bit more supernatural pronto, but what are you gonna do? Next, I have Ajin, and I'm gonna be completely straight with y'all. I have no clue what this anime is about. I do not remember it whatsoever. Maybe other than like a few scenes, but that's about it, okay? I remember, like, in the middle of an episode, I'm thinking to myself, I'm not having a good time. I don't like any of these characters. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm not having a good time, so let's just quit it. And I did. This is one of the anime where I completely forgot that I even watched it. This one is a doozy for me, all right? This, Seven Deadly Sins and I have beef, all right? Because the first season of Seven Deadly Sins was awesome. Storyline wise, it was so good, okay? Because you had all of these different plots all running along at the same time, almost to the point where it was overwhelming, but then they all like matched up at the very end. It was so good. I binged seasons 1 through 3, and then I got burnt out, so I stopped right before I started season 4. And I went back to it after a while, and I'm thinking to myself, do I actually want to finish it? Because the gripes that I have with it are not being addressed at all. In fact, they're being endorsed. So no, and those gripes that I have, the big one, all right, is Bon and Elaine. This might just be me, and if it is, okay. But I personally do not understand the motivation to draw a female character who looks like she's 12 and claim that she's an adult. Okay, because that seems to me, personally, all right, like you're drawing this girl, okay, she looks like a little girl, she looks like a child, all right, you're drawing this female character to look like she's 10 years old, all right, and then it seems to me like you're using a loophole, okay, to sexualize her, and that loophole is saying, oh yeah, no, she looks like she's 10, but she's actually 10,000 years old. Or, no, she looks 10, but she's actually 20. If there is one thing that I actively despise as an anime viewer, it's that.
I'm talking hate.
Because it's weird at the least, and it's fucking disgusting at the most. And the cherry on top of it, the slap in the face, actually, okay, is that Bon is like comically tall. He's like 7 foot something. And then y'all paired him with the girl who literally looks like she's 11 years old. Are you kidding me? Jericho was right. Anybody was right there. No. So that's the main reason why I quit Seven Deadly Sins. And no, we have beef because, ew. The next anime that I have quit is Corpse Party. All right. I remember when I was in middle school, maybe, I watched this one YouTuber. I don't remember what his name is, but I watched him play through all of the Corpse Party games. Probably not the best thing for me to watch as a middle schooler. However, you do what you do. And you know, I really enjoyed it. It was a cool, like, your decisions play out and decide the ending type thing. Somebody had said, oh yeah, no, there's an anime on it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so I went on YouTube and I was, you know, looking around at like fan-made music videos, everything like that. And I remember I found this one video that was a compilation of all of the Corpse Party deaths from the anime. And me, being a stupid, curious middle schooler, I clicked on the video, and let's just say, I will never be able to look at scissors the same way again because of Corpse Party, okay? I like to think that I can stomach gore. I'm good with gore, right? I can watch an entire gory movie on silent, and it'll be fine. It's the noises, okay? It's the noises for me. I can't deal with the squishing, the crunching, the breaking, the screaming. I can't do it, all right? It's auditorily too much for me. And Corpse Party, the anime, was auditorily overwhelming. I think I finished episode 1 and then I was done with it. I went back to YouTube to, you know, watch the music videos or whatever that people had made. And in the comment section, people were like, yeah, no, the anime sucks, the anime sucks. And I was like, ooh, T, what did I miss? Because I'm not gonna go back and watch it. So what did I miss? And apparently the anime took one of the worst endings from the game and made that the show. And I'm like, why would you do that? All right. Same thing with Seven Deadly Sins. Blood of Zeus and I, we have beef. All right. Look, when the trailer for this anime came out, I was stoked. All right. I was so excited because what do you mean an anime about Greek mythology? That's going to be sick. And it was up until, you know, they made Hera the villain. And I'm like, of course. Of course, y'all made Hera the villain. And listen, it would not have stung as much that they made Hera the villain if they had not made Zeus a sympathetic father figure that's just trying to help his son and his son's mother. Fuck off. Zeus in Greek mythology, at least to me, is not someone that I sympathize with. So for this show to essentially be like, yeah, no, Hera's the villain because Zeus is just trying to be a family man and protect. Womp womp. A family man? Are you kidding me? How about this? How about Zeus be a family man, okay, to his wife, Hera, okay? So he's disrespecting her as a wife, all right? How about he be a family man to his queen, all right? So he's also disrespecting her as queen of the gods. And then how about he be a family man to the literal goddess of marriage, all right? So thirdly, disrespecting her and her affinity. That's wild to me. So do I agree with Hera going after the woman that Zeus cheats on her with? No. All right, but what we're not gonna do is sit here and act like Zeus is fucking father of the year, because he's not. So that's why I quit Blood of Zeus. I was like, there's no fucking way. But there was. Where there's a will, there's a way. It can always get worse, baby doll. The next anime that I've quit is Rurouni Kenshin. All right, I tried to watch this one. I tried to give it a chance. I really did. And I liked the story. It's just the dialogue was too cheesy for me. My breaking point for me was when the characters go up to another character who's just like want to fight or whatever. And, you know, Kenshin is kind of just standing there, you know, like talking to him or whatever. And then the female character and then the little boy, I don't remember what their names are, they run up to the character who's just won the fight. And they're both like taking turns going like, oh my gosh, you're so strong. Like, how can we... Hey girl, I thought your love interest was Kenshin. You know, the dude with the unmistakable fiery red hair? Yeah, I thought that was him. So... why are you giving so much shine to this character? You know what I mean? Like, what hand do you use to wipe his ass, and then which hand do you use to hold his balls out of the way? It was just a little too much for me. I couldn't do it. And then next we have Hellsing, all right? And this one I purely stopped because I got bored, all right? I did not give a single crap about Little Miss Policewoman. I did not. I didn't care about her turning into a vampire. I wanted Hellsing, all right? I wanted to see Hellsing. I wanted to see the vampire. I don't know, the titular character. She was inconsequential to me at the least, and then irritating to me at the most, all right? But the overall story was endorsing mediocrity, and I couldn't do that. Next, we have Grimgar, Ashes and Illusions, and this is one of the few anime that I have quit the quickest, all right? Out of all the shows that I've watched, I quit this one in the middle of episode 1 because I could not. I don't even think I got to the middle of it. My breaking point was when one of these characters loudly declares, all right, with his whole chest, with his whole wishbone, okay, that he will, quote unquote, find all the big-chested women in the world. And then on top of that, these two female characters were so fetishized to like have this lesbian tension, purely for the enjoyment and the rapture, all right, of the male characters. And it was just like, give it up, dude, give it up. I don't mind fan service every now and then. I really don't. It's just that is not fan service. That's desperation. This one is a little bit more angering for me, and that's Overlord. All right, I quit Overlord also in the middle of episode 1. Again, I don't even think I got in the middle of episode 1 because you have this guy who's trapped in this video game with all these NPCs who he can now control, right? And the one next to him who I assume he's had a thing for ever since he started playing the game. I don't really remember. But essentially, of course, she has phenomenally big breasts, and he controls her. Essentially, he types it into her code to let him squeeze her breasts.
Shame!
And that's when I said goodbye, because, ew. I think that's all I need to say. Okay, I quit The Way of the House Husband because I was not a fan of the animation style. It's as simple as that. I quit this one maybe after episode 1. I don't quite remember, but what I do remember was the animation style just not being for me. And then we have My Happy Marriage. I quit this one maybe after episode 5, 6, something along those lines, because I found out that he was 27 and she was 19. Like, I get it. You know, it was probably done, and, you know, 19 is technically legal. I don't care. She's still a teenager. It's weird to me. And then I quit Bakugan, okay? I vividly remember having like 3 of the toys, and I loved opening them up and just playing with them because they were like all intricately like individually designed. They were so cool. They were so cool. And then I lost them and I don't know where they were. But I remember really, really loving, you know, like the scant amount of episodes that I'd seen come on Cartoon Network when I was younger. And so when I found out that like a streaming service that I had Bakugan on, I was like, okay, let me rewatch it, see what it's like. And unfortunately, I think this is one of those TV shows that just is gonna have to stay with nostalgia, you know what I mean? The target audience is not me, right? And I think with Bakugan particularly it shows, but nevertheless, the nostalgia for that show is there, but the spirit to continue is not. Next is one that I very recently quit, and that is Record of Ragnarok. Whichever episode that they showed the list of the gods and the mortals that were gonna fight one another, whichever episode had that was when I quit it. I have 4 distinct reasons why I quit it. Okay, one of them is that there's like a scene where they're talking about like the destruction of Asgard, right, by the Jotun, and just that whole scene with the guardian angels fighting these things that look like titans. All right, like they literally run like titans. There were a few guardian angels that died just like some of the characters from, I was like, okay, so Attack on Titan. You're just making me want to rewatch Attack on Titan. And then the second reason why I quit it is because There's a Valkyrie who like transforms into a weapon because that's like her power or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, so Soul Eater. You're just making me want to rewatch Soul Eater, you know what I mean? I was so disappointed about this anime, all right, because it was literally gods of different pantheons fighting different historical figures. So fucking cool, all right? So tell me why one of the historical figures that they have going up against literal deities, all right, like Zeus, Heracles, and Anubis, all right, tell me why that one of the mortals that y'all pick to go up against these literal gods is Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla? Are you... What? Were they just gonna have like one of the Valkyries transform into a radio and play like the god's least favorite type of music in order to make Nikola Tesla win or something like that? Like what? That's so stupid to me. Y'all already had 2 strikes with the Attack on Titan and Soul Eater things. Now y'all got 3 with this freaking Nikola Tesla thing. All right. And the 4th reason that I quit, the little cherry on top, is why did y'all draw Aphrodite like that? That fan service is strangling y'all. Let me tell y'all that. I want to live my truth, okay? And I'm just gonna be frank. I quit One Piece. All right. I'm so sorry, Zoro. I love you, baby doll, but no. All right. I think I stopped after episode 4, maybe. I know myself. I'm not gonna watch a show that's over 1,000 episodes long. I don't have the dedication to spend on so much. I just don't. All right. I'll watch the live action. You know, I've heard people give it praise, especially One Piece fans. I've heard them give it praise. But so sorry. This is just purely a matter of time, dedication, and brain power, which with One Piece I just don't have. So you guys, those were all the anime that I have quit. I hope that you've enjoyed. There are a few on here that I would think about going back and trying again. However, at this moment in time, I already have enough anime that I've started and I'm trying to watch. Anyway, you guys, with that being said, I hope that you've enjoyed. I hope that you'll continue to look out for more stuff on my channel. I hope that you guys are staying safe. And lastly, I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.